Hi friends, I promised you a part 2 to the video that I posted previously today about my life, my journey, my health, my family, my faith, my healing. Anyway, this is part 2 of that video. I thought I'd go ahead and do it tonight while all this stuff is still fresh in my mind, so I don't forget stuff that's very important. This part of the video might be a little on the hard side. This is about my parents. Both of my parents are gone. They would both be 87 or 88 this year. My dad died when he was 74 in 2013. And my mom died April 19th, 2024. Will be almost 2 years, and her anniversary date is coming up. And I plan on doing tributes to my mom and my dad, and when my dad's anniversary date comes up. And I also want to do a tribute to my best friend Loretta of 20 years. I lost her a month after my mother. She died of stage 4 lung cancer. So I want to do a tribute video to Loretta as well. So anyway, let's get into the rest of my story. These are about my parents. My mom and dad met each other in Sacramento, California at one of my grandfather's preaching revival tent meetings. And that's where my parents met, fell in love, started dating, then fell in love, and then eventually they got married. My dad was in the service, he was in the Air Force at the time, and my parents got married not too long after meeting. And then almost a year later I came into the picture in the 1960s, and I was born in Oakland, California. We all lived in Oakland, California for probably, I want to say, up until I'm almost 5 years old. And my mom and dad went on to have 2 more children. I have a younger sister. She's a year younger than me. She's 64. And then I have a brother is 60 years old, so he's the baby of the family. And when I was 5 years old, we decided to move from Oakland, California to Ventura, California, and that's where we resided for 45 some odd years. The rest of my family still lives out that way. My brother and sister live out that way, but my parents, they're both deceased. They passed away. My dad in 2013 and my mom in 2023. They would have been married. Well, they got married in 1959, and so that would be over 60 some odd years they were married. And they were Christians, and good role models for me. I was brought up in a Christian household, praying mama, praying daddy. Daddy set me on his knee and told me about Jesus, told me Bible stories. So when I first heard about Jesus and things about Jesus' life was through my dad. My dad's father was very religious. He wasn't an ordained minister, but he did preach a lot to his family, and he always had a Bible in his hand, and he never had not enough time to stop and share the Word of God with somebody and give somebody hope and tell them about Jesus. My grandmother, who is on my dad's side of the family, she died when my dad was 13, so I never had a chance to meet her, which is a shame. I would have liked to have met my grandmother, but she died before I was born, and my dad was a teenager. She is Welsh, and so my nationality is Welsh, and my grandfather is German, so Welsh and German. And my mother, I'm what you call Heinz 57. I have various nationalities. Welsh, a little bit of German, My mom is English and Jewish, so it's a pretty interesting combination. Her dad, maybe, I don't know, I want to say Scandinavian or Swedish, so I'm what you call a European blend. So anyway, I don't know what I identify more other than just American. I don't identify with any of the European stuff because I've never been to the European countries. But anyway, I don't know if I told you, but my parents, when they met in Sacramento, they eventually got married in Sacramento. I think at the time their families were living in Sacramento, and eventually after they got married, they moved to Oakland, California. My dad was just getting out of the service, and he went to work for General Motors industry for quite so many years. I think quite a few years before we moved to Ventura. And then we moved to Ventura, California, and my dad ended up getting a job working at Pepsi Cola Bottling Company, which he resided there for 35 years. And he was a painter, mechanic, and a body man. And some of his paint jobs on his company vehicles, and he used to paint and remodel Model Ts. He loved cars just like me. I like cars. I like muscle cars and stuff. My dad liked muscle cars. My brother liked motorcycles, so he used to ride and race motorcycles with himself, his friends, and his son. They all liked motorcycles, and my brother is into martial arts. I don't know what belt he was. I want to say brown. I don't think he made it to the black belt yet, but anyway, he ended up having to stop doing that quite many years ago because he ended up hurting his back in the oil fields. He was in the oil field business for quite some time, and then they were out on a rig and stuff and moved a pipe, and my brother about blew his back out. So he's been disabled off and on because of it. But my sister, she's healthy. She's had a few little bits and pieces of health issues, but she's basically pretty healthy. And she resides in Ventura. She has 3 kids. She had 3 kids. She had a little boy that was almost 3 years old that was accidentally ran over and killed. So that was a tragedy in our family. So she's got 2 daughters that are, I'm gonna say in their late 30s, early 40s. I want to say in their 40s, and they both have children. My sister's a grandmother, and she just got married, I want to say about 4 years ago. She'd been with her sweetheart for about 25 years, and then she finally tied the knot. So they're in the process of getting ready to move to Joplin, Missouri, and I'm gonna miss her. But I can't move out of the area. I have to stay in my area because of all my doctors. I have 5 or 6 different doctors, and I need to be near City of Hope, the cancer hospital, because I never know what's going to happen. So anyway. Okay, my hobbies. Do I have any? I did. I used to have hobbies. I used to like decorating. I used to like cooking and baking. I still love that, but due to my back and my health issues, I'm not able to stand for very long. Every now and then you'll catch a video of mine that I'll be sitting either at my bedside with a table and stuff, washed hands and everything, and I'll put something together in my electric skillet or get stuff ready for Dave to throw in the oven. But I can't stand very long. If I can stand maybe 2 or 3 minutes, I'm very lucky. Otherwise, I'm in excruciating pain. I lean over to the counter. So anyway. Oh, and I used to love the beach. When I was in my younger days, in my thinner days, I loved the beach. I'd be at the beach anytime that I had a chance. I love to swim, camp, hike, all that stuff. I love outdoors and stuff. And I used to like riding a skateboard. I used to be a surfer chick. Yep, guessed it. Me, thin, back then, string bikini. You wouldn't catch me in it now, but a string bikini back then. Dating a surfer dude, which wasn't a very good choice for me. Not because he was a surfer, it's just he's the one that got me into drugs. Anyway, I dated him for 7 years, and Lord rest his soul, because he has passed on from pancreatic cancer. This video is getting a little bit long. It's almost 10 minutes and 30 seconds long. There might have to be a part 2 of this video, because I still have a lot more to say, but I don't have but 16 gigabytes of storage in my cell phone. So anyway, I'm going to close this video for now. Stay tuned for part 3. Thank you for the ones who stop by my channel, who continually support my channel, who hit the like and subscribe and share. You mean a lot to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. For my friends that comment, make comments, and try and give me the love and support. You guys all mean a lot to me, each and every one of you. So please continually watching my videos. I appreciate it. God bless you, and I will see you on the next video of part 3.